Milla Jovovich. We've talked about her before on our podcast. And one of her most famous roles is the main chick from Resident Evil. Well, the first two movies are free on Amazon Prime, so I sat down and I watched the first one. And I'm just going to let you know I'm probably going to watch all 6 and review them. Not looking forward to it after that first one, let me tell you. But now I'm committed. I'm committed because I want to know. Because Milla, you know. So the first Resident Evil, and mind you, I've played the second game and half of the third game, so I kind of know a little bit, but I don't know much about the first game's plot. So this, essentially, some guy, spoilers ahead, but here's the plot. So this guy steals a thing, the T-virus, and then he breaks it, and then all these people die, and then this chick wakes up, and she doesn't know who she is, and then all of a sudden these people come in, and they're like military people, and then they go down this thing, this train station, this elevator, to this place, and like the first 15 minutes of the film, I would say, doesn't explain anything. You don't know what's going on, there's no setup or anything, they just, here's this character, here's these military guys, they're going down, what? Nobody asks, who are you? Nobody asks, oh, what is going on? I think the first time the main character asks, who are you and what's going on is like 25 minutes into the movie. Once they finally get down into this area and they start like going into the Umbrella Corporation headquarters. So it's like really weird because you're just kind of rolling with it. Okay, this is what's going on, I guess. And like they kind of explain it to you as it goes along, but it's like, oh, she has memory loss, so here's one of the clues. But they're like half-assed answers pretty much. It's really convoluted and it's overcomplicated, I think. And I wasn't much of a fan of the execution. You could tell this movie was made in the late 90s or early 2000s because it was just, it had those zooms and then the shitty quality when it was doing the flashbacks, and it was definitely a product of its time, and it did not age well. And at the same time, there was not really a motive. It's like, okay, we're shutting down the computer, and then at 25 minutes they shut down the computer, just like 5 minutes after they ask what's going on. And then it's like, what's going on for the rest of the movie then? They're just walking around aimlessly for like another 20 minutes before they oh, we gotta get out now. Okay? Yeah, that was pretty apparent. You should have started getting out, but you didn't. Villains, there's the dogs from the games, there's the zombies, and then there's those guys that crawl on the walls that they have the long tongues that like are about sound or whatever. And that's fun. That's fine. So they did an okay job with the monsters, I guess. But the main character chick, she like all of a sudden remembers that she's like a secret agent or something, and like she remembers she has like a gun, and they're the Dobermans, the dogs, the zombie dogs, and if you played the games, those dogs are a bitch to kill. Like, I need like the grenade launcher to get a hold of those guys. And this chick, she's up against like 9 or 10 of them with like a pistol, and then she just one-shots all of them, and then she karate kicks another one in the face. So, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought the storyline was crappy. The main character was really crappy. The movie was very dated. Like I said, very early 2000s, late 90s. Yeah, I'm really trying to find something good to say about it. At least they had the right kind of dog, I guess, when they were killing. They had the zombies or whatever. At least the design for that wall thing at first was fine, but then after it mutated, I was like, okay, this is dumb. They set up the next movie, which I guess, like they mentioned Nemesis, so like those are the big mr.x guys, but they were kind of setting up the guy with the big arm with the eyeball, I think. Maybe they were setting up the cop, the Raccoon City Police Department building I don't know. Because, like, I thought the movie was done, and then it went on for, like, another 10 minutes. What am I going to give this movie? I'm going to give it a 1. Yeah, a 1. Because it wasn't bad enough to get a Remy's Rat Nest, but it also wasn't good enough to get a 2. I did lose interest in the middle, though. I kind of, like, spaced out for a good 10 minutes when they were, like, crawling through the tunnels. Which I don't know how they got there. How did they get there? Okay, well, anyways, that's that. That's the first movie. It's a 1 on the scale. So stay tuned because I'm going to watch the other 5 movies. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to have to, like, rent the other movies. I'm not looking forward to paying for them. But at least the second one is free on Amazon. So check it out if you want to follow along with me. The first 2 are on Amazon Prime, and then you can stop there because I don't want you to pay for these movies either, unless the third one's pretty good, which we'll find out later. Anyhow, that's it. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. What do you think of the Resident Evil movie series with Milla Jovovich, the greatest actress in the world? Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think that's it. And we'll see you next week for another movie review.